In this video, you'll learn about how to better understand primary sources. Primary sources are anything that was created during a particular moment of time. It's not information that you'd find in an encyclopedia or a textbook, but rather actual snippets of history, like a photograph, a journal entry, a newspaper article that was written during the time. We're going to use a primary source analysis tool created by the Library of Congress to help us think critically about the primary source that we're looking at. We're going to use it along with this image that's stored in the Library of Congress, and it was taken during World War II. So let's pull up our primary source analysis tool. I'll just search primary source analysis tool, Library of Congress. And the first hit that comes up is the document. It's an interactive document, so you would choose the format, photographs, and then the prompts that it'll walk us through will change depending on the format you choose. We'll start with the observe box, and when I click on this little bubble with the question mark, it gives me the prompts. The first one is describe what you see. At this point, you'd go back to the image, think about it, and just take a general mental snapshot of it. What do you see? What's happening? We see several women sitting around a table eating lunch. They're wearing work clothes. I'm thinking that they're probably taking on jobs that were traditionally held by men who have gone off to fight the war. So I'll put that in my primary source analysis tool observe box. And from here, you would walk through the rest of the prompts and fill out the rest of the observe box. The second box is reflect. These prompts, some of them are very straightforward, others are more complex. Let's take a look at question number 6 or prompt number 6. What can you learn from examining this image? We can learn that probably this is a reflection of women taking on jobs that were traditionally held by men to help in the war effort. So I would put that into the reflect box and go on to answer the rest of the prompts. The third box is question, and that is really kind of the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the image. So plop in my answers and we can go through those together. Now, as you can see, each prompt is prefaced with, what do you wonder about? So the tool really hopes that you'll get your wheels turning and you'll wonder about the source itself. So I wonder if these women have children, and if so, who's taking care of them? I wonder, where are the women of color that are not at the table? I wonder if Clinton, Iowa, where this image was taken, is a rural area, and if the photo was unique to the region, or was this something happening in urban areas as well? I wonder why these women were working at the railroad. What happened after the war? Did the women continue on with their jobs? Did they want to and couldn't? And finally, further investigation. These are kind of the things that after filling in the 3 different boxes that you want to look into further. Based on my going through the prompts, I'd like to further investigate, how did the war effort begin to impact societal norms, and maybe what are some of the long-term effects of that. I'd like to research how the end of the war impacted the women in this photo and others like them, and also research challenges these women and others like them faced in order to take on these jobs. This is just a really quick run through of how to use the primary source primary source analysis tool. You can download it, print it, or email it. But ultimately, the hope is when you use it, you'll have a different understanding and feeling about the primary source that you're looking at, and hopefully more questions than you started with. And I would encourage you, if you have any questions, need help at any point, contact me or Ms. Wanger, and we'll be happy to email you back right away or set up a Zoom conference to walk you through it one-on-one.